If you know the BroLaws, then you know they love to have fun, so it's no surprise that they're back now to do just that. And guys, you have some DIY backyard games to amuse the whole family all summer long, right?
Yes, we do. There's no secret that we love having fun, and golf is one of our favorite pastimes. So this was a passion project for us. This is a fun little golf game where you're basically just taking a piece of plywood here that you have laying around, take something circular, you can mark any sized hole that you want. We went with 5 because we need a lot of targets to be able to hit. Then you're going to be cutting that hole out with a jigsaw. So just drill yourself a little pilot hole so that you can get the blade of the jigsaw in first. Cut around your circle. You've got yourself a nice big layout there. Then you're just going to add on your artificial turf to it to create your nice little golf game.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so is it tough to get that turf on the boards in a way that won't fall off while you're playing the game?
It is not, actually. It was surprisingly easy. So they come in these little 1 foot by 1 foot tiles that click together. So they have a little click and lock system. So once you lock them together, you place them on your plywood, and then we just used short screws. So these are just little 1-inch screws. Because it has a solid bottom, this is hard plastic, and then it's got kind of a rubber membrane there as well. So you can just drive the screws down on a little bit of an angle so they don't poke through the bottom, just like Dave's doing here. And there you go. So just make sure you do it far enough down that you're not seeing the screw and it's not sitting up, and it is fastened and not going anywhere. Okay,
so you're saying don't use the glue stick or the crazy glue like I thought you would do it. Use
whatever
works. Okay. Now, talk
Leave
to me
it
about
to the contractors.
talk to me about how long it took to build that game, that golf game. Did it take you a while?
This one is a little bit more time consuming, and I mean it's going to be as long as you want it to be. So we wanted to add some nice trim around the outsides, stain it. We even put hinges on the back of it so it could collapse. So, I mean, this probably took us, what, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours to put together, nicely assembled?
Yeah, but countless hours of fun, so totally worth it. My kids would be all over that. What is our next backyard game?
We've got the hook and ladder, at least that's what we're calling it here. So this one is super simple. As you can see, we've got 3 pieces of wood for the main part of the game. We just did 1 screw down into the dowel at the top, 1 screw into the bottom of the dowel. You have 2 little eye hooks here, and then you have some fishing line with some rings hanging down from the top, and then you have your little scoreboards. This is the ladder portion, piece of wood with holes drilled halfway in. Little dowel, we threw some stain on it just to make it look nice. And essentially, you're just going to take the rings, try to get them hooked on there, and then as you get it, you move the dowel closer to your opponent. This is it.
Keep talking. Distract him, Tracy. Distract him.
That's
Get his
so
mind off the game.
It's almost like a teeny tiny little tether ball, right?
Yes, exactly. And you can make this look really nice too. So you can build this out of a hardwood if you want. And I say this can sit on your desk at work, and that way in between calls, you get some practice in.
You know what? It's either you're going to be like keyed into social media while you're at work or the hooks and ladders. So you pick what your poison is. Because listen, when we started that segment, both of you, Dave and Joey, like were playing that game, and it's like you were playing to win. So I need to know who's better. Who's better at hooks and ladders? Oh,
I mean, I hold the belt right now. Well, I'm 1-0.
I've got a match scheduled with him after this to see if I can take that title away from him. So I've been practicing, and we'll see what we can do.
I love it. Okay, we definitely have to try that one in the studio in the fall. Now, I hear you've got another one for the younger kids, getting them involved.
Yes, we got to get the kids involved. We got to get them outdoors and having fun. And one of my favorite memories growing up as a kid is my dad making giant bubbles. I can remember in the backyard him doing it, and it was such a specific memory for me. So I wanted to be able to recreate that with the kids. So we're going to walk you through. This is almost like cooking with the BroLaws. We're making some. So you've got 1 cup of dish soap. You're going to pour that into your bowl. We've got a tablespoon of baking powder. Get in there, baking powder. We've got a tablespoon of cornstarch. Who knew? Cornstarch, the ingredient. 2 tablespoons of glycerin. So these are all basically thickening agents. So you're going to add that in, and then 4 cups of distilled water.
Okay.
So
this is a really specific amount of water.
And 4 cups.
Nailed it.
Perfect. So you're gonna give that a gentle stir around in the bowl. You don't want to get too many big bubbles going on with it. So you're just gonna give it a nice gentle stir, and the real trick to this is leaving it overnight.
Yes.
So if you leave it overnight, it's going to allow everything to thicken, really get into place. So we've got one for you that we prepared last night.
Okay.
And then if you want to make more of the solution, you just quadruple or 5 times that recipe. You can fill up a bucket. And now what we've got here is 2 dowels with little hooks screwed into them, and then 2 pieces of yarn. So I'm going to dip that down into our solution.
As he pulls it up, we've got the first piece of yarn here
Yeah.
that's 3 feet long. Then
Okay.
we've got the other one which is looping down at 5 feet. And at the bottom of that is 2 washers. So that's going to allow it to hold out. And let's see if we can do it in a limited area. Massive bubbles!
That is so cool.
Come on, do another bubble, Joe. More bubbles. I want bubbles.
Everybody loves bubbles. The dog loves bubbles. The kids love bubbles. The grown-ups love bubbles. I have to ask the big kids in the room right now, have you ever made a bubble big enough to like fit your whole body through? Or have you tried?
Oh, we tried. You know that we tried. We haven't perfected it yet, but if you see a Joey or a Dave floating by the Cityline studios, you know that we've accomplished it.
Yeah.
Kids are lucky. Y'all are a lot of fun. Thank you so much for that. I love it. It's such great DIYs, like just simple fun, and we need to get the kids outside, so thank you for that. The BroLaws, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Tracy.